day, good night, good evening, good whatever time it is, wherever you are. Tangazo. I know you might have seen it already, but I'll tell you in a bit. Tangazo. So, on the 21st of March 2026, this month, in a few weeks' time, 1.5 weeks' time, at the Nairobi National Museum, we'll have a pop-up market. I'm actually not reading it and then I'm forgetting. Pop-up. What is pop-up market? Popcorn. We'll have a pop-up market, and at that pop-up market I have been privileged to be there to talk about my books and sell my books at that place. So I'll be at a table there. You'll find me at one of the tables there with maybe one of these other authors. These are the amazing people who've done wonderful books in this country. These are all Kenyan authors, I believe. And yeah, so pop in to the pop-up market on that day. I think the event starts from around like maybe 9 o'clock ish, but once the time is confirmed, we will let you know. I will let you know. And yeah, karibuni sana. If you're wondering who am I and what I've done, so I recently released my new book, my second book, called Broken Souls, Chronicles of a Humanitarian Health Worker, which highlights the plight of humanitarians, the struggles we go through, the PTSD, the masks we wear, and what happens when you take off the masks. We stop pretending that we're okay, and how we crash, how we collapse, how we break down. And yeah, so and of course the book talks about the experiences of other humanitarians that I know, that I've worked with, that I've met. And yeah, the bottom line, the conclusion of the book is a call to action for mental health support, so that we have a cushion where we are able to lay our heads on when we are struggling, when we are breaking, so that we do not completely break. Broken Souls, Chronicles of a Humanitarian Health Worker is the book that I will be talking about and selling hopefully at the Kenya Museum Society KMS pop-up market on 21st of March 2026. Karibuni sana. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this widely. Let people come. Let people walk in and come and see. The books will either be signed or I will sign for you there as you buy it. If you already have a book, please come with it. If it isn't signed, come. Let me sign it for you. Let's engage. Come, let's talk. Let's discuss. Let's hear more from me and also from the other authors, what it is they've written about, why it is they're writing, what they're doing, what pushes them. For some of us, like me, mine was coming from a point of pain. People ask me, why did you decide to go for humanitarian work? It came from a point of pain. I'd been struggling. I was quite messed up at that particular moment. I'd been jobless for 2 years. Basically, I was in crap, and I needed to find a job. So going for Ebola response, which was my first international humanitarian work in Liberia, and then of course I kind of just got stuck to it, was me needing to do something, not just for myself, but to change the world in the process of changing my life and the life of my family. So I had struggled. It had come from, it was a time that I actually wanted to commit suicide cleverly. You may have seen that in the interview with Tanya Roundy's Raves, Rants and Reviews the other day, when we had a wonderful interview, and I've posted the link on all my social media handles. Yeah, so yeah, when I got so desperate and I was done with this life, I was done, nothing seemed to be working. I was doing a lot of work, I was doing charity work, doing humanitarian work, so to speak, but nothing was working in my own life. I got to a point, I said, no, I'm tired, and I decided I want to die, but I don't want to die in a way that now I am the one who is at fault. I wanted to, yeah, so I decided to go and figure out how to get killed. I wasn't. Can you imagine failing even at getting killed? It was that bad. Yeah, I'd failed finding a job, failed finding contracts, failed, tried dying, failed at that also. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so that was that. There's a whole episode on my podcast on Humanitarian Chronicles, the YouTube channel, where I speak about all this. So I recently posted that. Yeah. And I spoke about it also on Roundy's Rants, Raves and Reviews with Tanya Roundy a couple of days ago, and that interview already is up. You can find it on my social medias. You can find it on Tanya Roundy's page, on her social media handle, and then have a laugh, have a cry, have a watch. Yeah. So again, so this I have a whole joke about how people misdo my name, misspell my name. I actually sent on WhatsApp a whole profile, and it was not Wasambia, Wasambla. How Wasambla becomes Wasambia? I've never. How do you copy and paste a name and still manage to misspell it? Anyway, I don't know. Maybe they're doing it manually. I mean, my name has been done in very different ways. It's become Wajambra. It became of course Wasambra is normal in Eastern, I mean Central and sometimes Eastern and those kinds of places. Wasambra is kind of understandable. Wasambula is understandable when I go to Western province. People think, oh, Wasambula, you just add a U and it becomes a Luya because they assume that I misspelled my own name. But now, Wasambia, where do you get Wasambia from? There was even no L there. There was no I in that name. Like, literally no I. It's full of A's and like a L and that. Already it's long enough. Then there's Wasambara, I've had Wajambra, I've had Wanyambura, Wadhambuza. Wadhambuza. How did you get to Wadhambuza? We remember yourself. It was written, not that they said it, they actually wrote Wadhambuza. Wadhambuza. So basically, I'm a son of a samosa. Really? Like, really? Anyway, so karibuni sana. Please pop in. My book is non-fiction. Non-fiction, it is partly basically kind of like part autobiography, part memoir, my experiences, what I've gone through, and part of it is the experiences of other humanitarians, military, medical, civilians, and the kind. People who've just been in those areas where there's been conflict or been outbreaks. You have all those stories in that book. You will enjoy it because it also highlights how I became a doctor, how I became a doctor who's a humanitarian, who I became a doctor, humanitarian, an actor, TV actor, stand-up comedian, mental health advocate. Yes, I'm mother getting away from me. I blame the hypertension that is just currently bothering me. Yeah, so that's now my default excuse. Yeah, feeling hungry, I have hypertension. I'm feeling full, I have hypertension. If I don't pay you back your money, I have hypertension. If I refuse to give you money, I have hypertension. So everything is just hypertension. I tried Brufen, didn't work. Hypertension. So yeah, there you go. So karibuni sana on the 21st of March 2026 at the National Museum. Yeah, let's come and share with us. Come, we share with you. Come grab our books, support us, and yeah, enjoy what it is that you're getting from us. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time, because I don't know what time it is wherever you are. Enjoy yourself. Thank you very much, and a wonderful week ahead. We will be catching up soon. Bye bye.